So you want to know what life is like on a Marine Corps base. Okay, that's a fair question. See, when you roll up to a Marine Corps base, whether it be Camp Lejeune, Camp Pendleton, Quantico, whatever the case is, usually there is a big sign that lets you know that you're on a Marine Corps base. At which point you're going to enter what we call a checkpoint, okay, the main gate. At that main gate, you're going to have some officers who are going to check your ID, make sure that you're actually able to be on that base, whether it be markings on your vehicle, whether that be with your ID, whether that be going to the guest house and getting a guest pass, whatever the case is, possibly vehicle checks, K9 dogs, XYZ. Once you go onto the base, what you might be surprised to see is that it's actually very nice. Most of the time, you're going to have a lot of trees, you're going to have a lot of wildlife, you're going to have a lot of things like that, usually some type of nice golf course, base housing, which tends to be really nice, right? Lower enlisted base housing's okay, but as you move up in the ranks, it gets pretty nice. And then from there, you have all the different installations that you have on the base. So you'll have a PX, which is where you go shop, a commissary, a small Walmart type deal. You have like a McDonald's, different things like that, Subway, little stores, shops, and then all the places that the Marines work. You'll have gyms, you'll have fields, movie theaters, all of these different things on this Marine Corps installation that really make it so you never have to actually leave the Marine Corps installation at all. So let's say, for example, you don't have a car. Well, you don't really need one. The gym's down the street, food's down the street, your work is down the street. There's no real need for much else, right? But it's a pretty nice experience over for the most part. You have the barracks. So if you're a E1, E5, and you don't have a wife, you're unmarried, then you'll live in the barracks. And so the barracks, depending on the base that you're at, may vary between, pretty crappy and for older buildings, but maybe they're pretty nice. Some of these bases have some newer barracks that are very, very state of the art and up to date. And, we'll thank Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps for really putting an effort to make that a main line of effort for him. But yeah, so you obviously have the chow hall where you go to eat your food. The chow hall is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, 3 meals a day. So if you're a young Marine or even an older Marine, you just want to go to the chow hall, you can. So that's really what base life is like. It's really clean. It's pretty straightforward. You might see, if you're on a recruit depot, you might see some recruits running around, right? But if you're not on a recruit depot, you just see regular people, but they're all Marines or family members of Marines or civilians that used to be Marines and now just work on the base. But it might surprise you to see that life is pretty calm on Marine Corps installations. In fact, probably a lot nicer than the neighborhood that you live in.